go.
Good morning. Welcome to First Unitarian Church of Providence, where we love beyond belief. We welcome you, whoever you are, whomever and however you love, and whatever you may or may not believe. A special welcome to those of you joining us on our YouTube channel, wherever you may be this morning. My name is Annie Bissett, and Cynthia Rosengard and I will be your worship associates today. Our minister, Liz Lerner-McClay, and a number of our church members have been in Scotland for a couple of weeks on a journey through the Highlands. We thought that while they're away, it might be kind of awesome to have a journey of our own. And so this morning we're going to be taking a sound journey together. We are delighted to welcome Nirmal Chandraratna, a musician and composer with a passion for nurturing connection to spirit, community, and one's deeper self through music. Nirmal majored in music at Brown and then went on to receive a master's in music from the San Francisco Conservatory. He uses voice, cello, and various Indian instruments to create music for communal meditation and kirtan, which is a style of chant that we will be doing today. Joining Nirmal on drums is local artist and musician John Bent, and Allison Green will be joining on vocals. We'll be learning more about kirtan as the service continues, but let's now begin to rest our minds and center our hearts as we listen to one of Nirmal's compositions.
Shantirantariksha, Shanti, Shanti, Prithvi, Shanti Rabba, Shanti Roshandaya, Shanti, Shanti, Vanaspataya, Shantir Vishnudeva, Shantir Brahma Shanti, Sarvam Shanti, Shanti Reva Shanti, Samari Shanti.
The Indian poet Kabir says, "Where is God? You will not find me in the stupas, not in the Indian shrine rooms, nor in synagogues, nor in cathedrals, not in masses, nor kirtans, not in legs winding around your own neck, nor in eating nothing but vegetables. Are you looking for me? I am in the next seat. My shoulder is against yours." So holding this possibility that the divine is in the seat next to you, let's take some time now to greet one another. Please stand as you are able and say hello to the people sitting nearby. As you make your way back to your seat, please turn toward the cameras in the back and say hello to the people who are watching on YouTube. Good morning to you all.
Our first reading is the devotional poem, Listen, by Mirabai. Listen, my friend, this road is the heart opening. Kissing his feet, resistance broken, tears all night. If we could reach the Lord through immersion in water, I would have asked to be born a fish in this life. If we could reach him through nothing but berries and wild nuts, then surely the saints would have been monkeys when they came from the womb. If we could reach him by munching lettuce and dry leaves, then the goats would surely get to the Holy One before us. If the worship of stone statues could bring us all the way, I would have adored a granite mountain years ago. Please join me in the words for our chalice lighting that are printed in your order of service. This light burns also in our hearts, and it lasts our path towards harmony and justice and hope for all. Please also join with me in reciting our covenant found in the order of service. And please feel free to participate in this reading even if you're not an official member or friend. And even if this is your first time here, it's fine to make this covenant just for today or just for this hour together. We, the members of the First Unitarian Church of Providence, with respect for the worth and dignity of each person, with wonder at the light we know by many names, and with gratitude for our deep connection to each other and to the larger web of existence, covenant to walk together in our search for truth, seeking the paths of wisdom, compassion, and justice.
Before we begin our chanting experience with Nirmal, I'd like to speak with you briefly about how this service came to be and also some of the historical connections between Unitarian Universalism and Hinduism. A year or so ago, we at First U developed a strategic plan that was based on extended conversations that we had among ourselves as congregants. And 2 points in that plan relate directly to our worship experience. One is an aspiration that people expressed to nourish spirit and joy and bring those qualities into our services. And the other was to bring more varied spiritual traditions into our worship space. At one of our worship committee meetings last spring, Reverend Liz suggested kirtan as a joyful and spirit-filled practice that she was familiar with from Hindu tradition that we might consider trying here. And Cynthia knew that Michael Currier knew someone named Nirmal who does kirtan. And so we got in touch, and this happened. Unitarian Universalism is flavored by a number of different Eastern traditions and religions and philosophies, including teachings from Hinduism. Teachings that say that the absolute or consciousness is the substance of everything, that we ourselves are composed of consciousness, that everything in the universe is consciousness. Consciousness is seen as the ground of all being. The first Americans to show interest in the ideas and texts of India back in the late 1700s were New England Unitarians and Transcendentalists. In our hymnal, there are readings in the back section that draw from the Bhagavad Gita, from the Chandogya Upanishad, and from Indian poets. And there's even a hymn, number 178, that's in Sanskrit, which is the ancient liturgical language of India. So Unitarian Universalism has drawn on Hindu philosophies and ideas, but what we have not really drawn on are Hindu practices. Today, what we're doing is a practice. I know a lot of you in our congregation meditate. Does anybody want to identify as a meditator? Quite a few. And I'm curious to know if anyone that's here today has participated before in kirtan or chanting. So a number also, that's great. Kirtan is a kind of practice that's called bhakti yoga. Bhakti means devotion. The poems that we're reading today and the chanting that we'll be doing both are devotional. Those are called bhakti poems, and we're doing a bhakti practice. Devotion in the West is usually defined as loyalty or devoutness or piety. In India, this concept of devotion is a lot broader. Every aspect of life, every action, every feeling, every thought, all of our sensory experiences can be directed towards spirit and can be used as a way to make a personal connection to the divine. Everything in our lives, anything in our lives, sweeping the floor, picking up laundry, picking up the kids from school, washing dishes, anything in our lives can take us to the divine. And sound and music can take us to the divine. Our lives are bathed in sound. Just here and now, we can take a moment and listen to the sounds around us. And the not sound around us. Even our bodies are vibrating with sound. Blood flowing, heart pumping, breath going in and out. Indian metaphysics divides sound into two types. Ahata, meaning external or struck sound, and anahata, meaning internal or unstruck sound. Anahata is the sound of silence, the sound of the universe, the sound inside sound, the sound of the heart. In kirtan, the ahata, the external sound of the music, can lead those who practice to the anahata, the inner sound, the inner silence within. This is very noticeable at the end of a chant. You'll be able to, when the music stops, you can notice that the absence of the music in that moment is not emptiness, but an energy-filled fullness. So I think that's enough talking about it. Let's practice. Let's chant. I just want to mention that you don't have to be a singer to chant, and you don't have to read music. It's often a call and response kind of thing, so you'll listen to Nirmal and then sing back what he sings. Just simply follow along. Your participation is optional, but we hope that you will participate. Nirmal, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, the definition of kirtan, it comes from the Sanskrit word meaning praise. And it really became heavily popularized in yoga studios, throughout America and Europe. And so now it's out there in the world. Speak up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How's this? Yeah? Okay. And so these days, kirtan is expanded to not just being about, Hindu spirituality, but there's Jewish kirtan, there's Christian kirtan, there's kirtan in different styles like rock, even jazz. And so today, this is somewhat in between, and we're going to be doing a chant to Durga. Durga is one of the deities in the Hindu pantheon. But the interesting thing is, the word, they often translate the word Devi, which what Durga is, as a goddess. But actually, it more technically means a shining one, like a spirituality, a spirit. And one of the beautiful elements of Eastern spirituality is that these elements are outside and also within. So part of kirtan is just invoking a flavor. So if we want to have a little bit more love in our life, we can chant to Krishna. If we want to have a little bit more, fierce advocacy for herself, we can chant to Durga. And so she's this really beautiful, fierce goddess with all these weapons who fights the demons of ego. That's one way of thinking about her. And so the words I will be saying today are Om Shri Durgaya Namaha. Let's try that together. Om Shri Durgaya Namaha. Right? And simply, Om is this universal sound you've probably heard before. Shri just can mean blessed, it can also mean the goddess. Durgaya just means to Durga, and then Namaha is like honoring or salutation to her. And I'm so grateful to have John and Allison here to help out. So, like Annie said, it's call and response, and that's pretty much it. Let's see how we do. I'm sorry, wrong chant. Om Shri Durgaya Namaha.
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 Om Shri Durgaya
Shri Durgaya Namaha. Om 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 Shri
We now hear the joys and sorrows of the people in our congregation, as written in the book in the back of the meeting house. Our partner church in Transylvania carved the beautiful candlestick pedestal for the large candle from which we light all our individual candles of joy and sorrow. The first is a candle of sorrow for my grandmother, Ann Linton, who at 96 passed away in August. Her final months were terrible due to dementia. In her memory, please support Dying with Dignity legislation. The second is a candle for my mom, Clover Nicholas, who passed away on Friday. I want to share a candle of joy from myself that Nirmal and Annie and myself and John and Allison have collaborated on this service. It's really been a wonderful process. Friends, let us rest in gladness that we have each other to share in our joys and sorrows. It makes all the difference. As we enter into our meditation, I'll be reading A Great Teacher by Mirabai. In my travels, I spent time with a great teacher. Once, he said to me, "Become so still, you hear the blood flowing through your veins." One night, as I sat in quiet, I seemed on the verge of entering a world inside so vast, I know it is the source of all of us. Let us open our minds and hearts now to a place of quiet, to silence, to the anahata, the unstruck sound within. If you have lost someone in the past year, you are invited to stand or raise your hand in memory of that person, and at the end of our time of silence, allow the sound of music to gently bring your awareness back to the room.
So this next kirtan is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. You repeat that with me. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. There's a lot of H's in there you don't have to pronounce them. It's a really beautiful, simple chant. May the entire world be happy, right? Be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta 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 sukhino bhavantu.
Sooner or later, in-breath must give way to out-breath. Out-breath must become in-breath. Sooner or later, our songs return to silence and then arise again. Everything turns upon itself. It's so natural, this turning, this giving and receiving. We pass our collection baskets to make a community expression of gratitude for our many blessings, those we have given and those we have received. Thank you for all that you give, all that you do, and all that you are. We will now take our collection.
Namo Namaha. Hema Jagatambe. Hema Jagatambe. Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namo Namaha Jagatambe. Hema Jagatambe.
Namo Namah Namo Namah Namo
So I'm going to invite you to sing with me the words Aham Prem. It's not on the programs, it's off the menu. So it's A-H-A-M, Aham, and then Prem, P-R-E-M, Prem. And it just simply means I am love in Sanskrit. And this is not call and response, so please feel free, once you get the melody, just to sing, harmonize, smile, enjoy it. So it goes like this. Aham Prem, Aham Prem, Aham Prem, Aham Prem, Aham Prem,
our invitations for today. The Green Team has arranged for a composting station to be installed at First U, sponsored and installed by Harvest Cycle, a project of Groundwork Rhode Island. This service is offered on a subscription basis, so those who register are given the combination to the container, which is located at the far end of the Parish House Annex in the alley leading off of Benefit. Participants in the program are given access to a certain amount of composted materials each year. Details and links for signing up are in Friday's First U Times. Mark your calendars now. Another amazing David Smith weekend is coming our way. November 14th through 17th will be an opportunity to sing like you've never sung before. Rehearsals for singers and musicians will be held Thursday and Friday evenings and all day on Saturday. See Beth Armstrong if you have any questions or call the office to sign up. The First U Girl Effect team invites you to help welcome visitors from the Kibera Girls Soccer Academy in Nairobi, Kenya, next Sunday, October 6th. The group will visit worship and then present a program after worship in the auditorium. On October 20th, the Girl Effect team will sponsor an art sale to benefit their efforts with the girls in Kenya. The donated pieces will make great gifts. And as always, don't forget to read your First U Times every Friday so you don't miss any important information. Our closing words are a devotional poem by the 17th century Maharashtra poet saint Tukaram. The title of the piece is Name of God. He who sings the name of God while walking gets the merit of a sacrifice at every step. His body becomes a place of pilgrimage. He who sings God's name while working always finds perfect peace. He who utters the name of God while eating gets the merit of a fast, even though he has taken his meals. Even if one were to give in charity the whole world encircled by the seas, it would not equal the merit of repeating the name. By chanting the name, one will know what cannot be known. One will see what cannot be seen. One will speak what cannot be spoken. One will meet what cannot be met. Tukaram says, incalculable is the gain that comes from singing the name of God. And now, if you'll all join me in the words in your order of service for our chalice extinguishing. We carry the flame of peace, love, and hope until we meet again.
Hey.